Hi everybody, I'm Jack and welcome to this video where I'm going to talk you through some of the things you may or may have not noticed about how I'm doing my marketing. So traditionally I've always done posts and some short videos and some other things on LinkedIn. But recently I've been making comedy sketches about things that I notice in the LinkedIn world, in the business world and otherwise, because I wanted to try something different and I'd got really bored of that standard way of marketing. And I also feel like the attention out there is so hard to get and to keep these days that if you're posting text posts and videos and images that are just not that interesting and not that memorable, it's very hard to build a business, especially in the world where we've got lots of AI content. I also believe in sharing the process as it goes. So we're quite early stages into this. I originally started making comedy videos about 6 months ago, and my process was not great. So I've now perfected that process where I'm able to make these videos from idea to delivery in about 20-30 minutes, depending on the idea. And I wanted to share with you some of those initial results so you can see what it's about. So let's have a look inside YouTube and I'll talk you through everything else that I've been doing. So this is my YouTube analytics. We're not setting the world alight, right? We're between 700 and 1,000 views. I actually made a mistake on this video by putting a promo 20 seconds in the end, which absolutely hammered the reach and the views. But all of these other ones are pure comedy skits about the things that I notice on LinkedIn, right? The things that I think are funny or interesting, or just giving a viewer insight about what I feel. So if we dig into one of these, here's a skit I did about, do you like your own posts? Okay. So if we look at the analytics on this video, we got 700 views. We gained a subscriber from it. If we go into these analytics, right, 75% of people that saw this video with me in my lovely wig. It's great being bold because you can buy wigs, although my wig budget is getting a bit out of control and my wife's starting to ask questions and I'm not sure if my accountant's going to allow me to write them off for tax. But there you go. It's a cost of testing this out and doing business this way, right? So I had 75% people stay and watch it. They on average watch 30 seconds. 4.5 hours on one short video. So if we go into some of the others, I'll just pick one of these ones I did. Here's what the World Cup taught us about sales, right? So this video is about water breaks and how you should put water breaks in sales calls. It did a bit better in terms of views. It got 1K. And if we go into the engagement, the watch time here is 5 hours again. And again, 5 hours is really good. So across these 10 videos, I'm between 40 and 50 hours of people watching my stuff and coming through. And we're not aiming to go viral. We're aiming to get attention for people to come and get to know me, like me, trust me, watch my longer videos, sign up for my newsletter, and start to learn more about what I do around branding, marketing, client acquisition, and the things that I do for my clients, right? I'll just show you one more because I don't want to go, too long in showing you lots of screens and whatever else. But even if we go into this one, which is about giving an AI agent a credit card and it going and spending like 11K. Again, it got me a subscriber. I got 907 people watch it, and 56% of the people stayed to watch it, right? And if we go on to the engagement tab here, you'll see this was like 6 hours of people watching my content, right? And this is one platform. So we're 40 hours here. I'm not going to go into Facebook, but I can tell you what I also do is I cross share these on Facebook, the same video, the same caption. There's no extra work. I've had about 13.5 hours of watch time on Facebook. I've also had the same sort of numbers on Instagram, and LinkedIn's a bit less. It's at 10 hours. But overall, we're talking like 70 hours worth of watch time in 2 weeks of recording and creating these shorts. And we're only spending like 20 minutes a day on these things. If you compare that with writing LinkedIn posts and putting those out, right, you're talking that if someone spends 20 seconds doing that, right, the equivalent of what we've just done there is 6,000 or 7,000 posts being read, which is a lot of posts. It's going to take a hell of a long time for you to get that amount of attention and people knowing you and liking you and trusting you than you do if you just make this kind of video. And you don't have to be a comedian, right? It's not the thing where it's like, oh, I need to be super funny all the time. It's just observation. The best comedy is observation. You see lots of things about your niche, whatever you're working in, your business. We're humans, right? So most of us may be working from home remotely, remote offices, running our own businesses. We have these things that come up every single day. So it's a really fun way of doing it. And you don't have to be like hard comedy. You can literally just observe things and make these videos that allow people to laugh and to trust you better. I'm also testing a theory because as knowledge becomes free, which it is now, there's a 24/7 thing called AI that anybody can go into and read the information. And the knowledge you have is now people can get it, right? It might not be as good as you giving them the knowledge necessarily, but it's good enough and people don't really know the difference. So now knowledge is something that's not worth necessarily sharing and selling. What is? It's attention. It's people buying you, trusting you, and wanting to work with you because they trust you and they want to have a further conversation, right? So that's really the basis of this experiment and why I'm doing it. And so far, these early numbers really, really good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. And the thesis around that is that not all attention is equal, right? If somebody's laughing at your stuff, it's worth more than them reading your 6 steps post or like how to do this in your business. If you make them laugh, there's a connection built. It's like a tribal thing. Laughter is something that connects people across all different like, places, personalities, whatever. If you can make someone laugh, they also see your insight. They see that you're looking at the market and you know what's funny and what's ridiculous about it. And I think with LinkedIn being as bland as it is these days, it's an even better time to do something differently. They might quote it, they might send it to someone that they know, but they're going to remember you because of it. If you make someone laugh, you're going to remember you. And I see this because I get people DMing me about my stuff. I get people commenting. When I stopped doing them before for a while, people were messaging me saying, when are you going to start doing the videos again? So it really does work. And it's fun. I enjoy it, right? Now, I'm not going to say everybody should make comedy, because that's not the lesson here. The lesson is that people will always remember how you made them feel. And if you made them laugh while giving them some insight, it's worth a lot more than a million carousels that you could make, or making one piece of content, chopping it up into all of these different things to give people knowledge, right? People don't buy from you because of your knowledge. They buy from you because of your insight and because they believe that you're the kind of person that gets them, right? It's all about that trust, that feeling, which is increasingly difficult to build online. If AI owns all the information, then all that's left is that human connection. People will buy people. So I'm going to keep making these. I'm sure there'll be an update video coming soon on the next process, right? The next thing that I'm doing, how it's progressing, whether it's working or whether it's not. I will keep updating you and letting you know how it goes. I've got this process nailed. I'm hosting a masterclass where I teach the full process from ideation to script writing to recording to editing and to posting. So there's a link down in the description if you want to join that. It's in August, but if you're before the date, obviously you can come and join us live. If not, there'll be a replay available there that you can buy and get access to the full system, the tools, everything else that I'm doing, or it will be replaced by something else if I've improved it by the time you're watching this video. If you've enjoyed this, give me a like, subscribe. I'm going to be sharing many more of these videos as things are going and as things are working through. And yeah, tell me what you think about the comedy angle. Like if you think it's a good idea, if you think it's a bad idea, if you've got a challenge, I'd love to hear what you think about this as an approach. And I'll see you in the next video.